ever date someone who tried to shame you for the hobbies that you enjoyed, like playing games or your art or anything like that? Because I had an ex who tried to shame me for reading fanfics and all of that crap, and it's like, just let people enjoy the things that they enjoy.
I don't know if I had anyone that actually shamed, but made fun of maybe a little bit.
Yeah,
I would say. Both with like the music, maybe not as much video games, maybe a little bit of video games.
The puppy wants him.
Oh my God, every time. I swear. Jolene, you better be glad you're cute. You know that?
Cute.
Where's your sissy?
Trixie,
you went in? Her Jolene's just gonna go back out? Are you serious? You're a turd. Yeah, just lay back down out there. Came in for no reason.
She came in to say hello. So people would make fun of you for the stuff that you like doing?
Oh, maybe a little bit, I guess. Yeah. Music and stuff. Yeah. White dude rapping about killing stuff. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Off. Come on. Off. Jolene's like, I just gotta wait for Sissy to... Yeah, come in. There you go. Go get her. Go be the killer that we know you are. Or not. Just keep looking at me. Just look at me.
Come here, Trixie. Come here, pretty girl.
Just right between my legs.
Come here.
Yeah. Do you want mommy?
Come here.
Mommy's paying attention to your sissy.
Hello. I'll pet both of you if you come here. She's not going to come here. Trixie's like,
I'm just going to sit right here. Maybe eat your fingers. Just like that.
But I'm always seeing posts and such on social media where someone's, bashing their significant other because they like video games or, just hobbies and such. And I get maybe, especially, when you start a family and such, like the ones that just sit there and play games or just indulge in their hobby, even if it's
time management.
Even if it's, reading or art or something, like if you're just sitting there and that's all you're focusing on and you're ignoring your family, it doesn't matter what it is. It's still, unhealthy.
Yeah, like I said, time management. You need to know when
to stop. Yeah.
Like, I love video games. I mean, you know this. We both love video games.
We both love video games.
And I love music, and I like just being creative and stuff. And I feel like, you should allow your partner to
enjoy that kind of stuff.
Yeah. As creative
as
they want.
Let people enjoy things.
Let them enjoy the things they want to enjoy. And it doesn't have to be what you enjoy.
Right.
But they need to be able to be their own person.
Right.
And it's I know you like reading a lot more than I do or whatever. I know you don't like the music that I like. And
right.
Stuff. That's fine. I don't force you to listen to it, but allow me to listen to it. If we're in the car and I have control of the radio or whatever, that's what we're listening to is my stuff. And when you're in the car, you can listen to your Beatles or whatever. Like we had to in the Equinox when we still had a CD player. Now we don't have that, so it's not as much, but still. Whatever you got on Spotify.
It's just sad when I see posts of, this person was doing this this person came home and wanted to play an hour of video games, or
thought of as being childish because you like playing video games.
Yeah, or like I saw a post where someone was complaining because they saw an adult buying Pokemon cards or Magic cards or something, and they're like, "You're an adult. You should do things that women actually like to see and not just play this little fantasy where you're still a kid." And it's like, no, it's a hobby. I mean, even if it's geared toward kids in the case of Pokemon and such, like let people enjoy
You're
things.
Not going back out.
Let people enjoy collecting things or playing video games or whatever.
Stuff.
Like I could see getting mad saying, you come home from work, you're wanting to relax, but you see that, your partner is struggling with everything going on. I mean, I could see if you just say, hi, how you doing? And then go and sit on the couch and play video games for 2 hours.
Like, you got responsibilities you need to
adhere to. But if you come home and, everything's calm and, if like everything's okay and...
Like with our kids, I mean, our youngest is 9, or about to be 9, our oldest is 13. They're perfectly capable of doing stuff themselves for the most part. I don't have to stay on top of them, see what they're doing, or whether they're back in their room, down the road, at a friend's house, whatever. If I ain't got nothing else to do, I'm just going to sit on the couch, watch TV,
Right.
play video games or whatever, till about
That's
dinner
like,
time, and then
morning,
I'll fix dinner and we eat, and then they go do their thing.
Right. That's like,
whatever.
This morning, you woke me up, you started doing your school stuff, and I sat on the couch and I played on my phone, and I just did that until we started getting up and about, and you finished. But I still wiped off the counters. I wiped off the table, as you can see. I swept. Yep. Still need to mop, but the dogs are in and out, so there's no need to mop right now.
It's muddy outside.
And it's muddy outside, so it's like, you gotta.
It's like I get up with the kids or whatever.
You can enjoy doing your hobbies without being made to that you're a horrible person.
Yeah. It's like everybody's got their hobbies. Even if somebody says that they don't have hobbies.
Even if it's considered childish. Like, if it's playing video games, you have the right to be able to enjoy your hobbies without being belittled for it.
And I feel like if the person you're with is complaining about you doing your hobbies or, making fun of you for the hobbies you have or whatever, and you're being responsible with your other responsibilities and stuff, then that person's not for you.
Right.
That's how I feel. I don't care how much you like them. I was like, they just might not be for you. That you might go somewhere else,
It's like my sister has makeup. She does makeup and she, beautifies herself. It takes her a good while to get ready and such. And I would consider that as a form of hobby because you're not just, pampering yourself. You're indulging in this, thing that brings you joy. Because it don't take long to, get dressed and get ready to go somewhere. But she enjoys taking the time to do all of that. And there's nothing wrong with it. But like, if so long as they're getting to their appointments, on time, like the actual important appointments, not just, family get-togethers or whatever, because she's late.
That's what we tell her. It's like, hey, you got to be here at 1 when everybody else is getting here.
So long as she's getting to her important appointments and getting things done, she should be allowed to enjoy that kind of stuff. And like people who bash others for being on their phone all the time, it's like there's no difference in you being on your phone for a couple hours and reading a book for a couple hours, because if you're focusing on the same thing or on one thing for 2 hours, it doesn't matter what that thing is.
Well, I used to get mad about when I was a kid. My mom would always complain because she didn't want to buy me a game system or anything for a longest time. And then eventually, after the original Xbox came out, she got that for me for my birthday or Christmas, probably Christmas or something. I don't know, it was so close together. She got it for me, and then she complained because I'd be back in my room playing on the Xbox all the time. So that's all you ever want to do. That's why I didn't want to buy that for you. Which, granted, at that point in time, I had 2 bedrooms. Yeah. One was my bedroom, the other room was like my playroom, game room, whatever.
Right.
And I stayed in that room anyways all the time. Right. Playing with my toys, watching TV, watching a movie, whatever. I was in there constantly. They're doing something regardless.
Right.
I'd get home from school, I'd do my homework or whatever, and I'd go back there, watch TV, plug my toys on the floor or whatever I did.
Right.
Draw, whatever, back there. And then I'd come out at supper time, eat, go back in there. And most time we didn't eat at a table. I would go and grab my food and go back there and eat and then continue. So I always, when she would start complaining, I was like, what's the matter what I'm doing back there?
Right.
I was like, I'm going to be back there playing, doing something regardless.
So
if I spent $500 on a game console plus however many hundreds of dollars on video games, I would want my kid to play with it.
Right.
I was like, when we got our kids tablets and my mom complained about that's all they want to do, I was like, good. I was like, they're getting their money's worth. I spend too much money on that stuff.
Right.
I know we didn't get them really expensive ones because I know they're going to break it. But I was like, I want them to get the money's worth.
Right.
I don't want to spend this much money on something for them and then not use it.
Yeah.
Like that hoverboard or anything else that Jair's asked for and then just doesn't do
it's almost like people see technology and others' consumption of technology as like a horrible thing.
I think what it is it's usually the older generations that's complaining because they're like, well, I grew up just fine and I didn't have to be on a tablet or playing video games all the time. I had fun. What they did was same thing to their parents. Right. Or whatever. They're like you don't need to do that.
Like the stereotype is, the boy or the girls wanting to play on their game system or, read a book or whatever. And then the parents are like, no, you can't do that. You need to go outside. And then they're just sitting on their couch, just watching TV for the same amount of time as the kid would be playing their game or reading their book or something. And it's like, why
Mm-hmm.
Why are you bashing someone for, quote unquote, wasting their time when you're doing the exact same thing?
You're not doing anything. You're not going out and being social or exercising or anything. You're just sitting in one spot for the whole afternoon, basically, doing nothing.
But that's like, when phones started getting more popular, people are like, no one's, being social anymore. And everyone's just staring at their phones. And it's like, no, grandpa's been, staring at his newspaper for the past 3 hours. Mom's staring at her book for the past 3 hours. Why can't I look at my phone?
Yeah, it's like my grandparents.
Why is my hobby like such a bad thing, but your hobby is okay? Yeah. Why is it seen as acceptable to consume one type of media and enjoy one type of hobby?
Because it's what they enjoy.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's like
with the hobbies or whatever. It's like they want you to enjoy what they enjoy and not enjoy what they don't.
It's almost like, parents who like try so hard to get their kids into sports, and then there's so many angry parents because their kids not
they used
as
to play
good
sports or whatever, and they thought that was the best, so their kids have to be the best.
Yeah,
and the kids like, I really
the ones that
are
just hateful to their kids during practices and such, and it's like,
calm
down.
I know that Tom, Jara, our oldest daughter, decided she wanted to play tackle football with the boys. So we signed her up for it. And I know that first year that she played, when we went to meet up with everybody or whatever, I don't remember what it was. It wasn't like for the practices. It's just like that first little meeting of like everybody doing it. Or maybe it was at the sign-ups or something. I don't remember. But I had to take her to the field house. And I remember one kid's dad was just throwing a fit, talking about how his son had to be a wide receiver and this and that, and he better enjoy it because that's the best position, or not a wide receiver, a quarterback, because that's the best position and all this other stuff. And his son was just like, I don't really care about football.
Yeah,
he's like, you're playing.
It's like the parent sees,
they want to try to live through their kids or whatever.
That's what it is. I mean, they're wanting to live through their kids. I get, wanting to instill a healthy activity for their kids and such, but don't make it unbearable for their kids.
Growing up, I played soccer for a couple of years. Our school didn't have a soccer team, so I'd play in a community league or whatever.
Right.
And there was like an age limit. I think it was like 12 or 13 or something. And I didn't know about that until a couple of years before. So I played about 2 years then. And then I played when I was little at another one for a year. And then that's the only really sports I played. I played t-ball and pee-wee baseball for a little bit, but I was put in the outfield, and ain't nobody hitting the T-ball all the way into the outfield or whatever.
Yeah.
I was bored. I was sitting out there in the grass, and my mom and grandpa used to complain because I'd be out there picking at grass and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, there's nothing to do there.
Right.
I wasn't that great.
It's boring. It's not fun.
I played that for a few years, and then one year I had a coach my mom didn't like, and then the next year she found out I was going to have that same coach, so she wouldn't let me play that year. And then she wanted me to play again after that. I was like, no. I was like, I didn't really enjoy it. I've already took a year off now. And then she would rather me play like basketball or something. And I didn't want to play basketball and stuff. I wanted to play football.
Will you two stop fussing?
I wanted to play football, but she wouldn't let me do
that. The dogs are in the living room fighting with each other. And it's a funny, Jolene's picking on Trixie. Jolene's picking on Trixie.
They stopped.
Y'all stopped? What did y'all stop for?
What are you doing?
Trixie's like, yeah.
What are you doing?
Y'all can keep fighting if y'all want. And they start back up. Oh well. It is what it is. But yeah, I wanted to play football. She told me I couldn't. And this and that. Of course, now she claims that I could if I had asked. But I was like, no, my whole life, all I heard was, I would never let you play football. So I never asked. Yeah, because she was very adamant about that. So when we had our Otis and she started watching football with me or whatever, and mentioned she wanted to play football, I was like, oh yeah. I was hoping she would stick with it. I was like, yeah.
But she didn't stick with it.
No, I meant stick with the point of wanting to, because she started talking about she wanted to play football.
Yeah.
When she first could talk. I was like, all right, yeah, sure. I don't care. And that's how we are. We're like, I liked football. I played soccer. I like soccer. I was good at it and stuff. And I was like, I'm not going to force them to do those if they don't want to, but if they want to, fine. And all of our kids play.
On the other hand, I don't like sports. I don't care for sports. I don't like dealing with it. I don't want to be a soccer mom. I don't want to go out to games and such every week. But
go all the practices.
My daughter's in band. My kids like soccer. So I'm gonna go to every game every
all of
week.
Our kids have played soccer for a while. Our middle and youngest decided they don't want to play anymore, but our oldest still plays. Our two oldest daughters, they played t-ball that one year, or Keita played t-ball and Jair played coach pitch, Pee-wee, that 1 year, and then after that they didn't. Jair played basketball 1 year. And then,
but they tried their hand at all sorts of different
she wants to do
sports
archery. She's in band now.
Even though I don't like
guard.
all of that kind of stuff, I'm not going to tell them they can't do it because it's their life.
And if they don't like it, then they don't have to continue. I tell them that they've got to finish out that year, especially the ones that we have to pay for them to like sign up and whatever. I was like, you're finishing this out. You wanted to play, you're going to play this year. If you don't like it, don't play next year. But that's our only stipulation or whatever. And as long as they try. I know at times, especially when he's little, I know Kobe still, but he doesn't play anymore, but they would just go out there and goof off the whole time. Not even try. I was like, that's
rolling grass.
Rolling grass. When the coach actually want to go in, they just sit there and be like, nah.
Yeah.
I don't want to go in. I was like, then why don't you even play?
Yeah, what's the point?
I was like, I don't care how
we could take you to the park and you could play with friends without us having to get up and
run
him.
out back or whatever, but I was like, as long as you try, I don't care how good you are and stuff. And that's how I think it should be.
Yeah.
I was like, it's their life. That's another thing. I was like, it's your kid's life, not your life.
Don't
let them enjoy what they want to enjoy.
Don't force them to do the activities you want to do just because you wanted to do that.
Not wanting to do it and not liking it and stuff.
But it's just the way. I mean, everyone has their own, rules and regulations and how they want to. Leave my leg alone.
Your knee is in my way, and I'm like over here.
It's like everyone has their lifestyle, their choices, their beliefs and such. But it's just when I go to a game and it's just a kid's little pee-wee game, and there's an adult in the very bottom by the field screaming because their kid isn't a starter or something. And it's like, why are you embarrassing your kid like that? Why are you?
I was like, because your kid might enjoy that sport and they might
go
eventually, be good at it and stuff. But when they're that little, you yelling ain't gonna make them want to keep playing.
No.
It's gonna make them just be like, I don't want to do this.
Right.
Or whatever. Especially if they start feeling like they're letting down their parents or whatever, and they really feel bad.
Right. It's like I get, wanting you when they're young and such, you want to encourage them to.
Yeah. It's like I would get onto our kids
such.
like when they're just over there playing in the grass. I'm like, no, stand up.
Right.
Look at the ball. Like when they're playing soccer. Yeah, I understand the ball's on this side of the field, but don't have your back to it. You don't know when it's coming up. Just stand there and watch. You can talk to your friends on the field too, but just pay attention to what's going on.
When they're little, you want to just try and encourage
when they're real
the
little,
love.
You just want to
encourage the love of the
enjoy
sport.
the fun.
But like once they reach, junior high or whatever, then they need to start actually being. Then they actually start. You actually want to start them actually focusing and being more. All of that, and because once they reach high school, that's when you could actually get college drafts and all of that. But
get scholarships and things.
You don't want to snuff out the potential love for that activity before they even have a chance to get anywhere with it.
Yeah, and then going back to just hobbies in general and not just sports. Some hobbies just mean different things to different people. It's not just some people don't do hobbies just because they love it. It might actually help them in ways.
It's like art.
It could be therapeutic. Because like when I used to make music, a lot of my music was horrorcore, very aggressive, explicit, killing, whatever.
Yeah.
But that helps me release and vent some of my anger and depression and stuff.
Yeah.
So that helped me stay sane in my head, I guess, or whatever. Because when I was younger, I struggled with anger and depression and stuff.
Didn't we all? Don't we?
Yeah.
Like, I know I had my fair share of problems and such, and my outlet was, I had a journal or multiple journals that I would write in, and also I would draw, and I would get very graphic with some of them, and it's just because you see someone like, it's like the arts and such, and I don't know, it's just weird that certain activities are seen as okay, but then you get the quiet kid that wants to just draw, or the quiet kid that just wants to play the flute or something, and then you just you treat them poorly because that's not, it's not seen as a good, career later on down the line. And I think that's what it is people try and put your hobbies down as, could you make a career out of this? And if you don't think that it's a real career, like if you don't think authors are all that great and that they shouldn't have, as much money as they get, then you're going to bash kids and other people for wanting to read and write and such. And it's just...
Yeah. It's just, I don't know, as a kid, that's when you want to be when you grow up. It's always the creative stuff, you want to be an artist, a painter, a author, a musician, a rock star like Kobe. He's got dreams. He wants to be a rock star, a chef, and a police officer all at once.
He wants to do all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, and a video gamer, streamer person. He's just like, I want to do this and this and this. It's like, you do whatever you want to do.
You can actually be what you want to be, so long as you actually,
and
try.
And you can make any hobby into a living.
Right. Like, look at how we are now. Like, back in the day, I would never see drug dealer as an actual job, but there's dispensaries, all over the place, and people are legally selling weed and all of this stuff, and it's like, that's just it's just so funny, seeing how far the world has gotten. There's people, our age and younger who are making millions of dollars playing video games, and that's what they play video games, and they make bank off of it.
It's like what we're doing now. There's a lot of people out there that just get on YouTube or Twitch or wherever and just talk, and people just watch. I've seen the kids who make money just playing with toys. Yeah, our daughter, our middle child, she used to love watching.
She still watches people play with toys.
Yeah, she loved watching people just buy stuff at Walmart and open it.
Yeah,
and it's just I don't know. There's going to be an audience for anything that you want to do. And
that's like just last night. Just like last night, I was scrolling through Facebook and found a video of someone peeling a raw egg. And I literally sat there for 30 minutes and watched this person peeling an egg because, it was...
Yeah. And they was talking and it was a foreign language and you didn't know what they were saying.
They kept saying thank you and like and subscribe a few times, but... Yeah. And all of this, but they were peeling a raw egg and I'd never seen that before. And I was like, you know what? I wanna watch this to the end. And they did it. They completely peeled an entire egg without cooking it. That's kind of cool.
Yep.
It's just like you said. There's an audience for everything.
Why are you looking the window?
People should be allowed to like the hobbies they like without being ridiculed, and there's just.
Yeah. It's like video games again. I like playing video games. It's a way to release some stress or whatever, and depending on my mood now, then it depends on what game I want to play.
Right. It's escapism.
Yeah, it's escapism. Just like when you read a story or whatever.
Right.
Your imagination and stuff. It's just more visual and you're more involved and stuff. It stimulates more of your muscles in your brain and stuff. It's just like, I don't understand why people complain about it.
Why hate on it? Like I said, I could understand being mad if they're literally ignoring all of their other responsibilities.
Yeah.
But when you're a child or you are having a healthy balance between fun and chores and such, then I think you should be allowed to enjoy what you're doing.
It's like most of the time, like for me, I play mostly at night after the kids go to bed or after supper or whatever, and they're back in their room or something. It's like I ain't got any other responsibilities. I'm trying to unwind from the day and stuff. I've got my work done. I've got my schooling done. I've done house chores throughout the day.
Yeah. And
all that stuff. Now it's just time to relax, decompress, and wreck some cars or kill some
zombies
or something. It's just whatever I want to do.
Crazy. Our puppies have stopped fighting and playing, and now they're just walking around. They don't know what to do.
Jolene's walking around.
Jolene don't know what to do. Poor Jolene.
Laying the table over here.
Poor Jolene.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you support any hobby that anybody has.
Yeah, as long as it's healthy.
As long as it's healthy, it's not affecting anybody. So let them enjoy what they want to enjoy.